because I was not actually drinking to live. I was drinking to die. Because I know that the only reason why I'm still alive is because I don't know how my fear was dead. People will say, if you drink what Bali drinks or you smoke what Bali smokes, you can't survive it. Which was true. Everybody saw me. The evidence was so sure that I knew that my disappointment was everywhere. So I knew that, okay, the only next thing that could happen to me was just to die. I drink heavily. I'm scared of the dark because I knew that once I close my eyes, I might not see the next one. I was so scared that I would drink everything. I could drink anything, I could smoke anything just to see myself dying in silence because I know that there was no help anymore. If my own family will give up on me, so what am I living for? If my own friends can give up on me, then what am I living for? The disappointment was becoming too high that I cannot even stand to even look at myself in the mirror because I knew I was pathetic. I knew that I could smell foil. I only had just one clothes. If you see me outside, it's because the clothes is still okay. If I don't come out, it means that the clothes is being washed, and all of a sudden, I started seeing my own family coming to pack everything from the house and say, let's pack everything because this one is not going to survive it, or this one is going to sell everything and get drunk. I was drinking heavily because the only thing that brings me home was to just come sleep on the floor. Nobody visits me anymore. I stayed in the house for days. Nobody ever knocked at my gate to check if I was still alive. Nobody cares. Nobody even bothered to know if I wake up or if I have eaten. I was like, is this how I'm going to go? Is this the end of me? So I kept believing that, okay, the only option was if I go out, I buy the only remedy was just after getting drunk. I could sell anything I have just to get drunk. Then buy spare. When I wake up in the middle of the night, I believe that, okay, I needed to continue from where I stopped. And I kept drinking to die, not to live. Because there was no hope for a drunkard or for an addicted person like me. Who wants to employ me? Nobody. Everybody will be like, no, I wanted to help him, but he's already a waste of product. So I told myself, people will come visit me. A friend came to me and said, Bali, I hope you're not thinking suicide. I was like, how can I start thinking suicide at the time when I know that I'm already dying? The suicide was already there because the drunkenness was already a suicide. I know people who never drank a little of what I have tasted. They are dead today. But today I can beat my chest and say, God has been faithful. He has been faithful in a way that I cannot stop thanking Him. He had shown me mercy. He had shown me love. He had shown me kindness. When people said there was a casting down, He said there was a lifting up. Because today I'm sharing this story because of what God has done for me. He has changed my story from a zero to a hero. I am celebrating God's faithfulness today because He changed my life. Nobody's taking credit for anything in my life except God Himself. Because even when I ran to the church, a man of God said to me, that was alcohol. Even when I ran to anywhere for help, they were telling me, okay, don't worry, we'll see what we'll do about it. I was even recommended for psychiatry The man of God who called my family and said, please come and look for how to take Balawe to psychiatric. He's going mad. And that was it. People were waiting to hear my next story. But I didn't give up on God, so he didn't give up on me. He visited me at the right time. And that was when I knew that in every problem, there's always a solution. And that solution is when you can identify your problem, is a step to your solution. If you don't know your problem, you will never know your solution. So a lot of people are suffering out there in terms of not knowing their problem. Today, I'm telling you that my story had a solution because I was able to identify my problem. And I am celebrating God because he is the only reason why I am sharing this story today. God has been faithful to me. From immediately God showed me mercy. From the clothes I never had was being provided. From the food I would beg for, he provided, because he made it point clear that he was in charge of me now. And that is the reason why I cannot hold back my joy, but to tell the world about this story, because this story was to tell people that there's a God if you really need a reason to know. Because this is the reason why I'm still living today. This is the reason why I'm still standing to testify of the goodness and the mercy of God. Because if not for God, I never know where I could be today. Look at me, sitting down, telling the same story. I knew I could share this story. I can't share this story like this. The pain inside me has been so much that I cannot even tell people my shame. The shame has become so disgusting that I believe that people were disappointed in so many ways that nobody wants to even have their ways in my life anymore. I'm not indebted to anybody, but I'm indebted to the God that I serve, because that's the only true living King. He is the only one that can save. Addiction is something that has eaten a lot of people up, and that has eaten me up. I could not fight alone, but I needed help. And that help was only God. And that is the reason why I'm still living. And God be the glory for everything. Thank you. This is my story.